Hi Taurus, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for August 17th through September 16th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Miss Mary. Much love and support to her. Hopefully you get a chance to check her out, show her some love and support as well. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life, such as friends, family, money, job, work, career, that sort of thing. All right, Taurus, harsh truth for Taurus. Harsh truth for Taurus. All right. Harsh truth for Taurus. Okay. King of Swords, this could be Gemini. I read the King of Swords as Gemini. Could also be Aquarius or Libra, but if we're talking about a king, for me it's Gemini. Two of Swords, oh boy. The Magician, another sword. Death, the scythe, good grief. Queen of Swords. Could be Libra, Scorpio, Gemini, or Virgo. Queen of Wands, awesome. Aries. Ace of Wands. Good gracious. All right, Scorpio, Taurus. Scorpio. What's this King of Wands about, though? That's interesting. So there's obviously been some sort of realization here. I mean, we got, look at these swords. It's swords are there. Oof. This is you being able, okay. You know, I feel like this is you wanting to completely cleave and cut this off with this person. And there might be a period of time where they're like trying to see if anything can be worked out, but then I feel like you're just ready for any kind of, you know, discussion or even argument, and it's like, nope. Perhaps you have cut things off, and then this is just, you know, down the road you're still maintaining your position. Maybe you were the one to do that. Maybe there was an inordinate amount of control that somebody was kind of being just, there's no emotional connection here. There's no emotional connection. This could be an online connection that ended. You know, this could just be an online thing. But if we're talking, we got suited here, King and Queen. So this could be that it was a marriage, but there's no connection here. Let's see. What's this Two of Swords about for Taurus? What's this Two of Swords? The Emperor. So that could be Aries, Taurus. What's this Magician about? Magician about? Knight of Pentacles, that's you, Taurus. This could be Gemini or Virgo. Oh boy. What's his Death about? Yeah, that's not surprising. What's his Death about? Good for you, by the way. Good for you. Ten of Wands. Okay, what's this Queen of Swords about? You're done. You're done. What's this Queen of Swords about? Could be Libra. Hierophant. There's Taurus again. You know, part of you might be hoping, just for stability's sake, that you two can kind of work something out. But no. Stop it if you are. This is somebody that is a lot of work. This is somebody that's very high maintenance. This is somebody that likes control. And they might be wanting to figure out a way to get that back. We got Emperor and we got Magician here. That is all about someone asserting their will. One of the things, it's not the only thing, but this is about someone wanting to really be assertive about getting things the way they want things and having control and even dominion. And, you know, they don't know who they're dealing with because you're not having it at all. Two of the most restrictive cards in the tarot right here, the Emperor and the Hierophant. Control, 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 control. So this, you know, could have been a battle of wills, and they have met their match. And this is simply, you're probably tired of fighting. You're probably tired of having to push against someone that wants to completely just, vroom, you know, descend on you like some octopus and just, you know. What's this Queen of Wands about? And if it's not that, it's simply that this is just too much anymore. I mean, you are all about staying the course and being in it for the long haul, but enough is enough. What's this Queen of Wands about? So I think you're really hoping that this sort of, this disconnect, because we got an ending here, really sticks. Because it's not that you're afraid of the fight, you just don't want to deal with it anymore. You don't want any more drama. And we got death here. Death and death. Could be Scorpio, could be Aries. What's this Ace? All right. So, you know, honestly, there's no love loss here. This, you're wanting to firmly stay in your corner, and for that you don't want to mess with anybody, but don't bring it to your doorstep. I hope that they know that now. That it's, you know, you can ring the doorbell all you want, doesn't mean I'm going to answer. You can do whatever you did, you will get no audience from me. And no Broadway play plays to that which does not have an audience. What's the point? So, and it also could be that you're hoping that, okay, well, we've reached an impasse by ourselves. Maybe we can go to somebody and talk about bringing some kind of connection, some kind of hope back into the marriage. Maybe we can go and talk to somebody. But it looks like this person is more interested in going on to find, I can't remember another reading, but there was another reading, maybe it was Virgo? No. Was it Sag? But it was kind of similar, because this person is not interested in resolution. They're just interested in maintaining and preserving the way things have been or what they want, because they were getting their needs met. So they're more interested in control. And I mean, it could literally be somebody that wants to figure out how to maintain and manipulate Taurus. And you're like, nope, no. So this is someone that, you know, you're like, okay, the way things are now, no. It is me. I am an island. Do not mess with me. It is over, and you know it's over. However, if you're willing to go talk to someone with me, or even by yourself, but if you're willing to look at the way things are, if you're willing to work on that and do some, you know, maybe counseling or listen to what somebody else, even if it's not a therapist or a doctor or a lawyer, therapist, doctor, lawyer, judge, whatever, somebody in an advisory position, if they're not willing to do that with you, at least by themselves, you're like, okay, then we can maybe talk. But there's no connection here, but you being loyal and steadfast, you're like, well, that would be effort, and I'd respect you wanting to preserve the stability of the relationship and the connection. I get it. All right, I'm on board. But they're not even willing to do that. They're simply wanting what they want and wanting to kind of go on to the next thing, and it's all about the adventure and to some degree, a conquest, and then on to the next thing, and then on to this and that. And this is somebody that will stay with somebody as long as they're getting their needs met and it's all about them. But when that dries up, when they wear somebody out and the end happens, then it's on to the next thing. And this is somebody that's very charismatic, very charming. Everybody wants to be around this person and wants to be in with them and going with them and doing things with them, because they're a lot of fun. They're very charming. They seemingly care and make things happen, but it's not a stable, lasting thing. They are looking for someone to provide that stability because they can't be bothered with that. The thing is that takes its toll on a relationship. That's exhausting. What's this Ace of Wands about? What's this Ace of Wands about for Taurus? Nine of Wands. What's this Ace of Wands about for Taurus? Ace of Wands about for Taurus. Oof. You're up far. That bothers me because it's their way or the highway. It's their way or the highway. And so you're like, you know, you're like, I am not budging from my position. But if you are open to eventually over time doing things that will help us find our way back to each other and strengthen this connection we have, this, dare I say, marriage we have, then I am open to that. But this person is like, nope. This is somebody that wants what they want the way they want it, and they're pretty controlling and resolute and defensive and guarded, and the thing is, they're good at this. They know how to procure and to position themselves and procure what they want, and they know how to, I mean, we've got, well, where's that infinity symbol? Anyway, we've got the infinity symbol, and the Queen of Wands is pretty darn charismatic. So this is someone that knows how to get what they want, that knows how to, and it could be they come by it honestly, that they're not some manipulative jerk. They're just somebody that loves life and is on to the next adventure, But it does that, even that personality, whether it's intentional or not, it does take its toll on relationships, just because that's not somebody that anybody can really rely on, and it is kind of all about themselves before they're willing to. This is not somebody that's interested in providing any kind of security or stability to a committed long-term relationship. They simply don't have it in them to sustain it. It might become boring and stagnant and then they lose interest and they're out. So this, I think you're both saying, I mean, look at this. This is an ending, and I feel like they're already going to be looking for the next adventure, and if that involves a romantic person, great, or a romantic situation, great, but it's just simply, they just are on the move. It is not about stability for them, it is about supply. It's about having their needs supplied, met, taken care of, having someone that they can count on that is stable and reliable, so that they can go out and do what they feel they need to do. And it's just someone that's the way it's going to be for them. And it's both of you looking to the future for brighter days, because this situation is not it. Thankfully, you're not budging. You are open to them, like I said, but if that, then you're fine, not fine, but you're okay with, well, and the thing is, you kind of suspect that they're not going to go for it. You know that they're not. If they did, you'd be surprised, but you'd be open to it. It would take a lot of work, but you'd be like, okay, well, they're making an effort. But I think you know that they're not going to. But that would be the only way that you would even, other than that, it's over. It's simply too much work. And this is about looking to the future for brighter days, because it's over. And it's the reason why it's over is because somebody simply values their freedom and their ability to get what they want more than they do giving to a connection. What else for Taurus? There's Taurus, the Hierophant. It doesn't look like you need to return to this, the Hierophant. Faith, stability, control. It looks like that's what you're all about, and then that is your default, and that is why this is incompatible, is because this person doesn't value stability only if it's provided for them. But they don't want connection where it's a compromise, it's an equal, it's where it's almost like what you create together is bigger than you two. Where like you're both committed to the marriage, so you do whatever it takes to sustain this marriage, this partnership, the family, the kids, this and that. That's not there for this person. That's not where it's at for them. And it looks like this is your default. This is your go-to, the stability, the security. It could be that this person was very controlling, or they wanted you to be in this capacity only while they got to do all this other stuff. Well, that's no. So this could be about controlling, wanting traditional roles, which meant that they got to do all this and you got to do, or vice versa. They wanted to be taken care of and not have to work while you went out there and provided, Anyway, point being, it looks like this is about you kind of restoring your faith, healing, and maintaining, not coming back to you, but maintaining, because you've been there all along, your security and stability through this time of grieving and heartache that you're not too surprised about. I mean, it was a long shot to think that this person would be open to talking to someone about change, about faith, about restoration, about reconnecting and reinvesting. But you were open to it, but even though you might want that to happen, it's not going to. They're looking at this as an opportunity for being able to be out there in the wild again and having an adventure. All right, what else for Taurus? We see you all over the place here. I mean, Emperor could be Taurus, Aries, Taurus, Hierophant, Knight of Pentacles, Aries, or Taurus. So this also kind of as a side note, it could be saying this needs to be about you now. No longer about what the other person wants. This needs to be a refocus on you and your stability and what you want, and getting and maintaining the groundedness, the centeredness, your faith, your stability. What else for Taurus? All right, we got Page of Cups reversed. Oof. 5 of Swords reversed. Well, okay. This is realizing, all right, this is like a non-starter. This is blocking any kind of efforts, or like your focus right now is not on reconnecting with this person. It's not on anything new. This is about being open and moving past resentment because you weren't getting your emotional needs met. This is focusing on the future for brighter days because you realize there's no way you can get your needs met with somebody who's immature, if it could be that, it could be somebody that's all about that rush of emotion and then they move on. It could be somebody that's just plays emotional games, is just very manipulative emotionally, and you're like, you know what, I'm over it. I get it, but we need to move on because I'm not doing this anymore. So I'm looking to the future for brighter days. This is having a firm grip on the situation, a firm understanding and a firm grip on what the dynamics are. That's why I think you're like, I'd be open to this and that, but it's a long shot. It's not going to happen. And you know it. We got the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Swords here. You know it's not going to happen, but that would be something you'd be open to. But so it looks like you have a firm understanding of the situation. It's disappointing, but you get it. All right. I thank you for stopping by, and I hope this was helpful. And I do hope for brighter days for you. I hope this is about you moving on and kind of taking this in stride. And I have to say, I really like that you aren't swayed or budged. Like this is not, you still have your stability and your groundedness and your security intact. It didn't affect that. It's like you're very protective of that. So you don't have, I thought I saw the 9 of Wands here, but that was never an issue. You would be that way with or without this person. It's just unfortunate because it was so much more work for you to throw at something that you never really got that back. Which is to say, the next person that you find, if you should do that, it looks like you're going to be taking a break for a while. But when you meet somebody that's of like mind, look out. Because that's pretty powerful. That's a force right there. When you meet 2 people that meet up in this capacity, pretty profound, pretty powerful. There's nothing you can't do, It certainly feels that way. All right, Taurus, I hope this was helpful. I thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.